There are three phases to this that are extremely important for you to understand at a deep level. There's a speculation phase, there's the regulation phase, and the adoption phase. So if you're somebody who's trying to get into crypto, watch this video all the way through. We are transitioning from speculation phase to regulation phase, which still makes it somewhat early to get in. Because when adoption phase hits, that's where the people who were in during speculation and regulation get very, very wealthy. Pay attention to the breakdown. The speculation phase is the high risk era. People who got in 2017, we got in 2020. It was like the wild, wild west. Early adopters make massive gains because they got in when everybody was running. And usually what happens is the elites, the banks, the media tell you to run as fast as they can from it. At the same time, usually they're getting involved in it. You have to make calculated decisions in this phase. So we survived the speculation phase. Now we're going into regulation phase, which still has a lot of speculation in it. But this is where the example of Ripple just announcing, they basically beat the SEC, the case is over. Bitcoin is now part of the strategic reserve. You are now seeing at Congress, they're coming up with stablecoin regulation and cryptocurrency regulation. Media goes from fear to structure. You go from the wild, wild west to SEC regulation, ETF approvals, and the wealthy position themselves as this regulation transfers. Then you go into adoption phase, and that's where the wealth transfer happens. We still have a nice run for adoption phase. This is where the masses, big corporation, banks start flooding into these asset classes, and the people who were in during speculation and regulation phase become some of the wealthiest people in the world. Think Amazon, Google, Apple, Tesla. Think XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Cardano, VeChain, HBAR. Everybody told us we're crazy. Now we have clarity. So those who are positioned early will not only have long-term wealth, but they'll have long-term cash flow forever if they position themselves right and understand how to manage their wealth. The key is timing these markets. You don't want to be the person coming in when the media is telling you it's the best thing since sliced bread. You don't want to be the one coming in when now banks are like, hey, we want to custody your cryptocurrency. You want to get in during the adoption and regulation phase.